name is Debbie Muller, and I'm from Durham. I'm going to read the letter that I wrote to the board from my husband and I. We are writing to express our outrage and disgust at the comments of Mr. Catch, which were published in Foster's Daily Democrat today, and to call for his immediate resignation from the Oyster River School Board. Mr. Catch's comments from his Twitter account reveal him to be a person of prejudice towards people of color, women, Muslims, and Jews. His vitriolic statements are shocking and personally insulting. Moreover, they absolutely violate the principles of acceptance, tolerance, and mutual respect that are a pivotal philosophy in our district. Our motto is, working together to engage every learner. In Mr. Catch's mind, does this also include Jewish students? Female students who might not be blessed with perfect looks? Does this include Muslim students, of whom Mr. Catch feels that paranoia is appropriate? Does he believe our students of color are not culturally American? Mr. Catch cannot continue to serve as a representative of our community. He has revealed his closed-mindedness and personal prejudices, so cannot possibly be impartial and unprejudiced in his approach to hiring. Can you imagine how a candidate for the position of permanent superintendent, having read today's paper, will view the hiring process if that individual was a person of color, or female, or Jewish, or Muslim, or human? He has shown himself to be the antithesis of a role model for our students. The Code of Ethics for board members requires that they will take no private action that will compromise the board or administration. He has belittled groups of individuals who comprise his constituents. He has demonstrated an attitude, unfortunately prevalent in our political life, that those who may have a different background or viewpoint on an issue are not worthy of respect. If Mr. Catch does not resign, we would like to know what vehicle exists for his removal from the board. We suspected that there would be strong community support for his removal. If not from the adults in our community, then from our children. They have been taught by our dedicated educators to insist on an environment for learning where there is a no-tolerance policy for bigotry and where all practice tolerance and mutual respect. I ran into Dennis Harrington this morning, and I thought it was ironic, because if he has done nothing, he has instilled in my children that type of attitude, and he is an absolute role model. I also wanted to comment that when my 16-year-old daughter with autism, who is Jewish, read this article, she said, "Does he mean me?" I think we all know what the answer is.
Anyone else? Oh.
My name is Lucy Gardner. I live in Durham. I don't tweet. I've never tweeted. As I understand tweeting, and that's what we're talking about here. Can you hear me? You tweet to your following, therefore you're tweeting to your friends. If Mr. Koch wants to tweet to his friends anything at all, he has a perfect right to do it. When I read the tweets, which were uncovered by someone who went online a year after Mr. Koch became a board member, a year after, quote, looking for something about board members, unquote, she uncovered, she cherry-picked from, I guess, I don't know how many tweets, those tweets which she apparently found offensive. When I looked at the tweets, I saw old, retreaded political junk jokes. There wasn't anything there that I haven't seen in one form or another. What has come out of it has been charges that last month were slung out, the charge of dishonesty against one of the other school board members. Charge of dishonesty, stealing a person's good name, like the charge of anti-Semitism, racism, these are potentially libelous charges. These are charges that could not be proved in a court of law. For example, Mr. Koch has been called an anti-Semite. Why is he called an anti-Semite? Because he said that An Israeli citizen, Rahm Emanuel, is going to be the next mayor of Chicago. Well, Rahm Emanuel, as I understand it, has dual citizenship. Rahm Emanuel is, and whether he does or not is irrelevant because there's nothing anti-Semitic in saying that. And Rahm Emanuel is the first Jewish mayor of Chicago ever. In any event, I'm Jewish. There's nothing offensive in that. When Rahm Emanuel was running for mayor, the union said of him, called him Wall Street Judas. That is anti-Semitic. But to call Mr. Koch anti-Semitic based on that, supposing there were a court of law and you said, Your Honor, here's my proof. Here's my proof of this man's anti-Semitism. Remember what Shakespeare said, who steals my good name gains nothing for himself and filches from me. I went online to see what, I asked Google, what jokes are there with regard to Michelle Obama and her weight? And I quit at page 25. There are 25 pages at least about Michelle Obama and her weight. I went online and asked Google for jokes about Sarah Palin, and I quit after page 25. I did the same thing with McCain and his wife, Cindy. These are political jokes. They're all jokes. They're all retweeted by Mr. Koch. I thought that the worst thing about Mr. Koch's jokes was that there was nothing original. For heaven's sake, we're talking tweeting. We're talking someone who a year into Mr. Koch's term goes online to see what she can discover about Mr. Koch. These are not slams at people with autism. These are simple, inane, juvenile jokes. We've all heard them. It's just amazing to me that in this town where we have new board members, that a board member a month is being picked out and pilloried, this is called muckraking, and it should not be existing here. If a man makes a joke about Michelle Obama's behind, it does not have any bearing on what his policy decisions are going to be on this school board.
Thank you,
and
Lucy.
running the business of the school board. Thank you.
Point of order. Everyone in this room has the opinion of whatever they have the opinion. Everyone has the right to speak, whether you disagree with it or not. I'm not going to tolerate other community members in this room being booed or anything like that. Everyone has the right to their opinion, whether you disagree with them or not. This is still a meeting. I will not allow heckling.
I have the microphone now. No one else can speak.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
Roger has
stop
the
right
mic.
Wait a minute. I have the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Roger.
Can you come to the podium?
I didn't see
Roger,
you.
I can't come to the podium. My name's Roger Spidel. I live at 7 Noble K. Peterson Drive, Durham. Welcome to Oyster River, Mr. Levesque. Nice to have you. You, the school board, have been through some trying times. You made a wise and courageous decision on June 15th, and I applaud you for it. Howard Culver had to go. He failed as a leader of this school district. Here's why. Durham is one of the 2 most educated towns in New Hampshire. Do you know that 65% of the residents of Durham, over 25, have college degrees? That's close to 3 times the national average, which is 24%. Our raw material, the students, come from educated homes. We should rank 1, 2 in the state every year, but we don't. Oyster River ranks 18th in the state in the kneecap test in a state that ranks 28th in the nation educationally. That's in the bottom half. One of our elementary schools ranks 60th. 60th in the kneecap test. That's astounding. Can you believe that? This is a definite decrease from the 1990s when I understand Oyster River was one of the top school systems in the state. Do you realize what a low-ranking elementary school portends for the future? Elementary school is the foundation on which the future of a school system is built. It's like the keel of a ship. Good keel, good ship. Bad keel, bad ship. 2 years in a row, Oyster River failed to achieve the required proficiency in both reading and math in the AYP tests. Oyster River is now identified as a DINI, District in Need of Improvement. 75 school districts in the state did achieve the required proficiency in the AYP test. And remember, that's in a state ranked 28th in the nation. We are not in competition against the top schools in America. While our cost per pupil rose 1,000% over the state average, from $374 per pupil over the state average to $3,472 over it, the percentage of Oyster River seniors going on to four-year colleges did not increase 1%. The percentage remained in the low 70s. At the same time, Bow was sending 85% of its seniors to four-year colleges. Now, it's time to look forward. One more minute, 30 seconds. Time to look forward with a new superintendent and a new working climate of trust and support, rather than suspicion and divisiveness. You have a golden opportunity to put this school system back where, purportedly, it once was, as
Okay,
one of the
thank you,
top school
Roger.
districts in the state of New Hampshire. Mr. Superintendent, I'm looking forward to your leadership, and members of the school board, I'm looking forward to you marshaling forces and bringing this school system back to where it should be. Thank you.